CHP. It was another CHP for backup. He probably did not see this suspect getting in the vehicle. The only thing I can hope right now is that I know my pilot, Captain Killian, is going to be making some calls to some other aircraft that are not in the area, but maybe they can relay this, and hopefully there's at least some law enforcement watching right now that can get a hold of whatever division. I'm not sure if this is Newhall way out here, but whoever this California Highway Patrol division is, get some information to them to get them to know that their vehicle has been commandeered. Hard on the brakes, don't know why, because it's a turnaround. He's got to go back to where he came from. This is going to be. This is going to be something. I've got to be very careful with my camera work because I'd like to keep my job. Because at the end here, he's going to have to drive by where he was unless he tries to take a dirt road, which apparently he is trying to do. That at least is going to not have a confrontation. This might be a driveway. That's the reason why I'm going a little bit wider. Nope, it's just another dirt road that takes us to other dirt roads out here in the desert. But definitely, this is just wow.
Stu,
that's
obviously,
all I gotta say is wow.
Stu, obviously, a couple of things here. One, there is a weapon in that car. It's normally a shotgun, but it's locked. It's locked to the dashboard, so he can't get that. But he does have the advantage of being able to listen on the radio. And that's going to give him an edge as well. Now, they can change their tactical frequency.
They're going to be talking to him on the radio, too, and telling him, buddy, you better pull over because we have eyes on you. So if you have any semblance of sanity left, whether you're drunk or not, you need to get this over with and pull over, or it's really going to end badly. This is unbelievable.
And that was my biggest fear. That was my biggest fear, that he was going to make a U-turn and go back to where those officers were, and there was going to be some sort of confrontation. If this was the vehicle that they were using earlier on, or the driver of the vehicle that started all this, that got the helicopter out here this afternoon, this person obviously making runs at officers earlier on, made contact with a sheriff's vehicle earlier on. So definitely there is a sense of whatever it is. They're asking for the map again, so we're bringing the map back up. And so basically right now we're following a stolen California Highway Patrol vehicle that's not being driven very well out here in the desert. This is Aqueduct and 170-something, way out in the desert. I'm sure my pilot Killian, who's looking out the window, keeping an eye on this, would let us know if other law enforcement would be getting close by. At this time, though, we're trying to relay information. Hopefully somebody is watching from the California Highway Patrol, and this might just come to an end with this suspect crashing that officer's vehicle or getting it stuck. Yeah, which, and again, what
you see any officers close by, Stu? You see any officer vehicles close by? None.
No, we don't.
And you wonder where the other officer is, because there were two units, two black and whites, and both officers got out of their black and whites because they were both unattended. He steals one. Where are those officers? And did they not get in the black and white that was left over?
Remember, we saw a white car, and Stu said that was a law enforcement vehicle.
I drove
by. That was California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, that was a
California Highway Patrol. Yeah, and he was actually going to render aid to the two officers that were taking that one suspect into custody. Driving a little bit slower now, and hopefully, and again, I don't even know if I want to say hopefully. I would hope he'd get that cruiser stuck. And law enforcement, I'm sure there's some sort of tracking device on that vehicle, and they have an idea where the car is right now. But getting law enforcement to this very remote location is going to be extremely difficult. We're continuing on. We do have the map tracker up, and maybe that is because our assignment desk is working with other law enforcement, trying to get them at least a location where this cruiser is right now.
Yep, we've got Aqueduct Road, 152nd Street in West Tehachapi.
We are in Tehachapi. I can't believe that, but we are here. This dirt road does bring us to some residents. I don't know if they're inhabited or not. There are buildings that are coming up into the area. Don't know. Again, originally the plates were from Bakersfield. So maybe this person is thinking that they're going to be able to get back to Bakersfield. Don't know if that's going to be the case. Right now, though, we're just following a stolen California Highway Patrol vehicle. The suspect in that car did a carjacking, and apparently also was involved in some other pursuit with the Sheriff's Department in Palmdale. Very bizarre indeed, but right now just following this cruiser driving at least normal speeds on a dirt road out here in the Tehachapi area this afternoon.
Well, you know what? You mentioned some residents, that homes that could be in the area. Just hopefully those people are aware of this, either watching on television or listening maybe to a scanner themselves, and know that this is going on and this guy is out here in a police car. Could possibly be riding up on them, trying to hide.
And the best thing
it's very rural.
Right, and that's the best thing we have going for us now. The best thing that law enforcement has going is that this man is not going to do any harm to anybody else other than himself. He is out in the middle of nowhere, and yes, there are homes out there, but they're so spaced out that he's pretty much, and I didn't see, Stu, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't see a weapon in his hand when he was running around. He opened the door, didn't seem to have one.
Never know, he could have one in his pocket.
At one point when he was running.
He could have had one stuck in his backpack too, well, in his pants pocket.
Yeah, he was reaching towards the back of his pants at one point. Coming to a stop right there. Not sure. You know what? Maybe there is some sort of GPS or some kind of map system in there for them. But good news. Good news. We do know that the sheriff's helicopter, I'm not sure if it's going to be Sheriff 21. It is 21, one of my favorites, going to be joining us here shortly. But his ability to bring this to an end, you know, we've seen some cowboy stuff this afternoon. We might see some more cowboy stuff. But I'll let you know that Sheriff 21 is going to be joining us here in just a few moments. And perhaps they'll be able to at least track or follow or maybe do something to bring this to an end. Again, though, dirt roads out here. We're in the Tehachapi area, York Street, and this cruiser still cruising on these dirt roads. The suspect behind the wheel of a law enforcement vehicle.
We are attempting to contact California Highway Patrol to see if they can talk to us on the air. Obviously, by now they do know what's going on. The question is how they're going to stop it.
We're being told that this all started with a traffic stop, believe it or not. Not sure what the traffic stop was for. We've been talking about driving under the influence, and if this guy was driving anyway the way he is now, that would certainly be understandable for them to try to pull him over. He did have a woman with him, and as we've been watching this, those two carjacked a pickup truck, ended up riding through the desert, then took the police vehicle because the police cruisers pulled up to assist the woman who...
Oh, that's it.
Okay, what happens to...
No, that was earlier.
All right, that was earlier. Who jumped out of the vehicle. We saw another law enforcement vehicle drive by.
It's going to get stuck.
Yeah,
but they didn't know
the audio on
that he was that he had hijacked this police cruiser. So now he's just riding around. But they do know where he is, obviously, and I suspect that they're trying to...
Is Sheriff 21 over us?
Okay, he's stopped now, Stu. That's not the first time we've seen him do that, though.
And again, he's probably just kind of trying to figure out where he is. He's got a fork in the road there.
Yeah, good point.
I'm not going to give him any help, but it looks like whatever he does, he's going to wind up in a riverbed. So these roads definitely not traversed by vehicles too often, meaning that these are probably more for dirt bikes and/or vehicles that make access to do repairs out here. The car is stopped. The helicopter is getting closer. They're actually working their way to our location to get to see where this vehicle is.
Stu,
I can tell you though, I would, yes.
I'm just going to interrupt you because on your right side of the screen, everybody, that's where the man ran through the desert, and you saw him open the door to that police black and white, that CHP unit, and that's how he commandeered that unit. No officers by those cars, because as Pat said, they got out of their cars because the female who was involved in the stop when the airbag went off, she seemed to be injured. She got down on her hands and knees.
And he ran off.
And he ran from her.
And they went to assist her, and then he took
Takes their car.
advantage. It's amazing, you know, for somebody to be supposedly DUI, how he managed to run in a circle, track back, and get in that police vehicle and drive off.
I bet you all of this will sober you up real quick.
Now, if he's trying to figure out where to go, Stu, there is nowhere to go, is there?
And there's no one behind him.
No. You know, I don't think I'm going to lose him. Let me give you an idea where we are. There you go. That is the wide shot right there. It looks like he's working his way back over towards another main road, or another dirt road that he probably was on earlier on. But driving through the desert like that, and this is the thing, those police cruisers, very well maintained, awesome vehicles, strong and built for this type of abuse. Sadly, though, in this case, I'd like to see that vehicle stall, get stuck, or something, so that this suspect will be taken into custody. You just don't want to see that vehicle used in any type of accident at all, even though it is a suspect behind the wheel. That that officer, I mean, you know, hopefully whatever his penance will be minor, because basically he was working to take people into custody.